Hey everyone, in today's video, we're going to do a wheel it run on the 3 horsepower Briggs and Stratton engine. Alright, so what I think we should do first is take the fuel pump diaphragm off the carburetor and see what it looks like. Because if it's dirty in there, we're going to have to clean that out, or else the fuel's not going to be sucked up from the gas tank. Also, I did look in here, there is a bit of rust. Maybe you can see, I'm not sure. No, it's kind of hard, sorry, but anyway, there's a little bit of rust, but I scraped that with a screwdriver and it didn't seem to come off, so that makes me think that it's not going to come off with the gas. So I think it's good if we just leave it in there. So for now, let's get the fuel pump diaphragm and cover off and see what that looks like. So to remove the diaphragm, we're going to have to take off the muffler. It just unscrews out of here. And yes, I'm going to put a pipe fitting. I'm going to get a pipe fitting so that the muffler points a bit away from the gas tank and not like right next to it. Just because I don't like the idea of having the muffler so close to the fuel pump diaphragm that I think the heat from the muffler will heat up the cover and then like melt the diaphragm or something. So anyway, and to remove the diaphragm cover, you need a flathead screwdriver and one of these magnet trays is nice too to put the parts in, because you can just stick the tray anywhere and it just like stays there. So let's remove all the screws and then see what it looks like. And I also have a bottle of excuse me, carburetor cleaner, just to like clean any parts if we need to. Because we might, I'm not sure. Dude I bought it from said he ran it last year, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. So, anyway. There we go. Alright, all the screws are out. Now we can pop off the cover like this. Ooh, that's not good. That's a little dirty. Jeez, we're going to have to clean that out. And here's the diaphragm. Let's see what it looks like. Hopefully our spring kind of stays. And it's not going to, so we'll just take it out. Here's the diaphragm. Okay, it's a bit stiff, but we'll see if we can probably run it with this for now, and then I'll just get a new one later. But I'm gonna clean out the fuel pump here with some carburetor cleaner, and make sure you wear your safety glasses, and you might want to put a rag here like I'm doing, so that all the dirt and stuff doesn't go kind of everywhere. There we go, nice and clean. Kind of wipe it up there a bit. Now we're going to clean out the cover. So for that, I think it was a little wire brush will work. If we just kind of scrape off all the stuff like this. Yeah, there we go. Ow, that looks better. And you may want to have some compressed air as well. I didn't turn my air compressor on, but I think we'll be good with the old wire brush. We'll just clean the cover off, make it look nice. Now we're going to clean the cover out with some carburetor cleaner in this little rag here. There we go. Kind of wipe it out a little bit. Make it look all nice. Here's what it looks like up close. Yeah. Then we can clean the spring off too. You don't want to lose this because it's kind of expensive to get a new one. There we go. Actually, let me wire brush the carburetor a little bit, because it looks like right there like there's some kind of corrosion. That's better. I'm going to spray it out again with the carburetor cleaner. There we go. Now we're going to put our diaphragm back in. Actually, no, we need the spring first. Where did I put it? Here it is. And remember, the metal thing faces out. Like that. And if you want, you can put the diaphragm on the cover to help you line it up when you put it all back together. And you can also put a couple of the screws as well to help. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to put this back on the engine. Maybe you guys a little bit better view there. And don't tighten all the screws up at once. You want to go kind of in a cross pattern, nice and even. So I'll show you guys that in a minute when I tighten these a little bit more. So you want to go like this one here, then this one, and then this one. This ensures that the diaphragm gets tightened evenly, and you're not going to warp the aluminum plate that it mounts to, or that mounts to the carburetor. Now let's just wipe off the fuel tank a little bit. Yeah. Get over here too. Alright, now I think we're going to clamp it down to the workbench and see if it runs. We'll put some gas in the tank and see how that goes. Oh, I also installed this little hose in this little clamp to make sure the throttle wire doesn't like come out, because it was a lot earlier. I almost forgot. So before we start it, let's do a compression check, and we'll also check for spark. So to check for spark, let me just grab another spark plug. Like this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to take off the plug wire. We're going to put the spark plug in the plug wire. We're going to ground this, then we're going to ground out the spark plug to another bolt, like right there. And then we're going to pull the engine over. And make sure you don't touch anything around here. So I'm going to hold it down there in the recoil and pull it over. So you guys can watch for spark. And yep, we had a spark. I'm sorry it's a bit hard to tell, but let me turn the lights off and see if we can see better. This should help a lot, actually. Let's see. Oh yeah, we have good spark. Check that out. Cool. Okay, now let's just check out what our spark plug looks like. So we got our socket and wrench. Loosen it. That's a bit tight. Unscrew the spark plug, and it looks pretty normal for an old motor. Focus, come on. Yeah, there we go. So it's kind of rich, but it'll clean up once you run it. I'm not too worried about this, so let's put it back in. Actually, no, let's do a compression check. Yeah, so we'll thread in our compression checker adapter into the spark plug hole. We'll put the hose in, make sure the plug wire's out of the way. Screw this guy in. Now we'll get the gauge. Hopefully you guys can see the gauge. Actually, you can't. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay, there we go. So for this motor, we want at least maybe like 70, maybe like 60 psi, because it has a compression release inside. So it makes it easier to start. So let's just see how much we get. And if it's a bit low, I'm not too worried, because I'm pretty sure it'll run. Oh, and you're going to want to have the throttle on full, because that allows the maximum amount of air to get into the engine. Okay, it made it around 75, so that's actually pretty good reading. Now let's see. Okay, now we're going to put gas in the tank and see if it runs. Alrighty guys, so I gassed it up, and remember to only use zero ethanol gas, but if you do have ethanol gas, make sure you put stabilizer in it. So then let's see if it runs. Let's put the choke on, the throttle on, kind of lowish. Just pull it over. No way. Let's go. Let me try adjusting the mixture a little bit. I think it needs more fuel. Yeah. Almost. Nice, low idle, wow. Anyway, so there we go, it runs. Let's see if it runs any longer. Yeah, so this is the off switch on most old Briggs and Strattons. To shut it off, you touch this little thing to the spark plug and it shuts it off. So how cool is that? Anyway, wow, this thing runs pretty dang good. Let's see if it'll start back up. So it's on low. You know we have to start it at least one more time, right? Okay, so I just tuned the carburetor so it does run a little better. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching part 2 of the Briggs and Stratton engine, I guess, revival. So in the next video, we're going to make a stand for the engine, excuse me, and that'll be the last part of the series. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.